Hi, I'm Tati, and this is what I read in January. So I read 6 books in January, and if you want to see what my plans were for what I read in January, you can check out my January TBR video. But I managed to read 6 books from that, and here's what I thought of them. First up is Bows and Arrows by Rashida T. Williams. This is actually an adult fantasy romance story that I had a lot of fun reading. I do have a spoiler-free review video, so if you want to hear more of my thoughts, you can check that out. But I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. Then I picked up Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This was actually a reread for me, and I reread it and left it at its 5 out of 5 star rating because I absolutely love it. But I reread it so that I could read the sequel, Deadly Little Scandals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the sequel, and it's also the last book of the duology. So this series is a YA contemporary with a whole lot of mystery thrown in. This book in particular had a lot of twists and turns and drama, and I absolutely loved it. I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars as well. And then I read another 5 out of 5 star reread for me, and that was Nancy Drew, The Palace of Wisdom. I absolutely loved this comic, and I reread it so that I could read it in the physical copy because the first time I read it as an ebook. And I didn't see too much difference, except there is one part of this comic where it's important to, I think, to read the scenes like straight across like this. And I hope I'm not spoiling you too much with this, but it's important to read them straight across this way before moving on down. And I did find that easier to do with the physical copy. Either way you read it, the art style is gorgeous and the story is so much fun and classic Nancy Drew. And then we have Just Ella by Margaret Peterson Haddix. This is actually a sort of twist on a Cinderella story. It's not a take on Cinderella I've ever seen before, and I did have a good time reading it. I don't know if I'm going to continue on with the series. I don't think I will right now, which worries me because if I don't right now, I don't know when I ever will, but we'll see. It was definitely a quick, fun read, and I ended up giving it 3 out of 5 stars. And then finally we have Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I did finish this book. It took me all month to do it. I listened to it as an audiobook. I did try reading the physical copy first, not in here because that's like impossible. I rented a physical version of the book. But I found that with classics, I'm able to understand them and enjoy them more if I'm listening to them as audiobooks. That's how I decided to go into it, and I really enjoyed it. I also enjoyed watching the movie adaptation. I'll leave the live show from the Austen Anonymous read-along for Northanger Abbey linked in the description, so you can check that out. I did enjoy this one, but it was not my favorite Jane Austen ever, if that makes sense. I really enjoyed our main character. There's nothing wrong with the story. I just wasn't my favorite. My favorite is still Pride and Prejudice, I think. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. And that was everything I read in January. Let me know what your favorite read of January is in the comments. I have new videos every Tuesday and Friday, so subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye. Though, now that I've seen the movie, I might bump it up to a 4. I don't know. We'll see. Another 5 out of 5 star reread. I was trying to come up with like movies or TV shows that I could compare this series to, and I came up with What a Girl Wants, Gilmore Girls, and Pretty Little Liars, like all mixed together with the mystery and family conspiracy turned up to like 11.